Hello everybody, I'm Kalamja and this is my first video of my new series 10 Commandments of Midgame. The title is Nobi when Crosscut. I think many of you are familiar with those principles. Hane when attached and cut when haned. But after that, I see so many people make mistake of playing this Atari. Yeah. Recently, I saw a 6 down play this move. Oh, yeah, it was so surprising. If Atari is not the answer, what is the right move? Yes, as the title suggests, Navi. Why Atari is bad? Let me put it this way. It's the same thing. There's one space jump and white pip. Usually what do you do? Of course, connect. This is solid and super thick. But yeah, black Tanuki. And what happened? White push it and cut. You see? Now you can see Tanuking when pip is a bad move. So now you can see it's of different sequence but same result. So this is not a good shape. I have to admit that sometimes AI says this is a good move, yeah, but never this Atari toward the center is never a good move. So Atari, why Atari is bad? Number one, Atari leaves the cut. Yeah, here. And number two, this is a pro game. They started the game like this. And black Nabi, because Nabi is a good move. And after that, what white should do? White should also Nabi. See? Because if white 10 keys, black will capture this one stone. Or, yeah, if white plays this Atari and connect them, black will capture the important stone with net. So white just nabis. And then you see after that, yeah, black has to nabi again. And white has to nabi. So nice. The game started with a nice windmill. If white's this nabi is a good move, why do you help white to play the nabi? And then you connect, then it's the same thing. You nabid, white nabid, and then suddenly, out of sudden, black plays here. No way, black should capture this one. So, yeah, Atari let white play the important nabi. That's why it's bad. And why is nabi good? Why is this nabi good? Nabi good? Because it makes fewer weakness. Now this stone is strong. Now black has to take care of this one stone, and if white nabi is this way, then black can capture one stone here. And if white tries to save this one stone, then black can capture this one stone. So it's kind of miai. And that's why Nabi is better than Atari. Here comes an important question. Which way should black Nabi? You see, there are 4 ways. Here, 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 and here. The principle is Nabi from the weaker one. So which one is weaker? This one is on the 4th line, and this one is on the 3rd line. 3rd line one is weaker. And you know, if you play this Nabi, then that means you are going toward that line of death, the 1st line. So black should Nabi this way. And again, that makes miai. This, and this. Yeah. Of course, sometimes people play things like this to prevent the ladder. But you know, if you can just play something like this, it's okay for black. Black can handle this. You see, white played 4 times on the 2nd line, which is not good. What happens? Black nabis from the stronger one. Yeah, then white will just Atari, and yeah, don't make mistake of playing this one. Then black will capture. Black may Atari and capture, or black may just capture. That's up to that depends on situation, yeah, circumstances. Yeah, because if white blocks, black has to capture. Then after that, there's a cut. There's a weakness, so white has to connect. So now what happened? Now black has center. Now black has center and white has gote. But if you just connect like this, then black cannot tenuki because white can capture the two. So black has to capture this one stone anyway. Then now white has center. And what if black pushes here first? Then it also depends on circumstances, but usually you can just block. Still, black has to capture. Then you can just tenuki. If the ladder is good, you don't have to worry about the cut. So you just tenuki. What if black plays this? Oh, just let black crawl on the second and first line. It's okay. When black plays this Nobi, white just Atari and connect. Yeah, that's the right sequence. What if black plays this Nobi? Then white can just play this. As you can see, black cannot capture this one stone right away. There's no way black can capture this right away. Then you see this one is weird. Black may play something like this. But yeah, you can, the push is center now. So this white is strong, and you can, if you can jump, yeah, white can just leave here. So this fight is not bad for white. And the second rule is if you can connect, if there's some stone you can connect to, then you can Nobi toward that stone. In this case, black can Nobi and connect to this stone, then you should Nobi this way, not this way. Because if you Nobi this way, then it's kind of getting pierced, which is not good. So if you play like this, then yeah, white's gonna play like this. This is nice. This one is usually played in the corner. When black plays this large knight's move, white can attach and cut. And you see, now what should black do? Yeah, not this one, because there's this stone here to which black can connect. So black plays this, then white plays the Atari, and now connect. Of course, connect is possible, but this tiger's mouth is better because it gives white an I shape. And black plays this, and white blocks. Yeah. If white can push here, if black tenukis, then white can capture the two. Then yeah, the three stones are super weak. So, and if black just captures, then it is too good for white. White is completely alive. So black just pushes here, and white blocks, and then you don't capture this way. You should always capture this way. You have to know that this hane is center, but that's only a few points. Yeah, the thickness in the center matters. So you should always capture this way. See, this is how Nobi after crosscut works. Suppose your opponent attach and you hane it, and then your opponent cut, and now you can easily see that your next move should be this one, right? Then, yeah, this is how the principle goes. And what if this stone is a little bit closer like this? That is simple. You can just capture a white stone with leather. It's simple. And yeah, what if it were a one space jump like this? Then it's also easy, right? These two stones are captured. There's no way out. Of course, white can play this Atari, but the profit is too good. What if there's this stone here? Oh yeah, of course, black can Nobi this way. Black should Nobi this way because you can connect. See? If it's knight's move, then capture one stone with leather. simple. If one space, yeah, there are many passages you can Atari and connect. Then if white tries to get out of the ladder, then you can just now you can see that there white has 3 weak groups, right? This is horrible for white. And if white plays this way, you can just capture. If white plays this Atari and then connect, then you can just net. And if white pushes, you can connect. Or if white jumps, you capture. If white plays this, you hane. So it can't be bad for black. When you have ladder, you can Atari. Let's see. Remember this one. If you Atari, and now it's kind of miai. If you save this one, then white will capture this one. And if you try to save this one, then yeah, it will get complicated. But let's just make it simple. Yeah, white will capture this one. Then, what if black has some ladder breaker here or here? If black had ladder breaker this way, then you can see that, yeah, now Atari is possible, because if you play like this, and then there's no way to white can capture these important stones. So white has to Nobi. So then after that, there can be something like this, or if you wanna play it a little bit advanced, you can play something like this. If white cannot capture this right away, black can play something like this, then this is okay for black, good for black, to be honest. And what if black has ladder breaker here? Then you can just connect this way. Then as you can see, yeah, white cannot kill the one stone. Then white has to Nobi. Then again, this fight is favorable for black. When you have ladder, you can Atari and connect the opposite side. That's the principle. See, you have a ladder breaker here, then Atari and connect the other side. When you have ladder breaker here, then you Atari and try to connect the other side. Yeah, that's the basic. Sometimes the sequence is different, but crosscut and Atari situation happens. Let's see. Black has this and white play this and black attaches. Then we all know about this joseki, and if you are studying some joseki, maybe you know this new joseki, but this was also a joseki. I'm not sure this is still a joseki, but there was once this joseki. And you see what happens when black plays this Atari. Then it's the same thing. Yeah. Attach, hane, crosscut, Atari. You see? Then now, is this one good for black or not? Yeah, definitely bad for black, because black doesn't have ladder breaker. Then should you cut this way? No, black should Atari this way. And you can connect, you can block, or if you want to play solid, you can just connect. Black can block this way. It's a complicated joseki, yeah, so I don't recommend this one, but if you want to play solid, you can connect this way. Then what happens when black has ladder breaker here? White approach it, black attach it, white wedge it, and then now you see black can just connect because the ladder is good for black. So now you can use the principles to decide how you choose joseki. And there's some famous one, very famous joseki, Kobayashi opening. And then white invaded, and usually you attach is the best move usually. And then white wedges. Then what happens? As you can see, if you Atari this way, now black has no ladder breaker here and there. So it is not good for black. If so, black has to play this one and this, something like this. You see, this is Joseki. Then what if black has a ladder breaker this way? What if black has a ladder breaker this way? Then we all know what happens. Yeah, black cannot. Now black should Atari this way because it's much better. Yeah, white. This stone will go away and white is weak everywhere. White has two Nobi, and now white has two weak groups, and black will get thicker and probably win the game. If so, should white wedge or not when black has a ladder breaker? Now you see, when black has a ladder breaker, white should just Nobi, not wedge. Then, you know, here comes some Joseki, yeah, or something like this also. This is a famous Joseki. And then black, usually black tenukis. If you fully understand the principle, this principle, Nobi when crosscut, went to Nobi and went to Atari, then you can use it to decide which Joseki to play. So this principle will help you a lot. Keep working. Bye.